Welcome to this Capstone Explainer. If you are watching this, it means you've officially made it to the finish line of what has been an absolutely amazing, yet incredibly challenging 8th grade math journey. Today, we're going to be diving into something we're calling mathematic vision, reflecting on growth and godly purpose. Basically, we're going to take every single thing you've learned this past year and look at how it serves as a literal launchpad for your future.
But hey, first things first, you did it. 8th grade math is 100% complete. It's time to take a breath and really acknowledge all that hard work, the late night studying, and those incredibly frustrating, complex concepts that finally, miraculously, clicked into place. It's time to celebrate all that learning. But while we're popping the confetti, it's also the perfect moment to look down the road and set some really ambitious goals for your big transition into high school. So let's move right into section 1, writing the vision plainly. It's all about looking back to look forward. There's this fantastic verse in Habakkuk 2:2 that tells us, write the vision and make it plain. And honestly, this isn't just about moving on to harder math classes next year. It's about recognizing that God has a much deeper and credible plan for your future. And yes, that totally includes your math future. Looking back is this powerful tool that helps us clearly see exactly how far we've come. But actively writing down your vision for what's next, that is exactly how we build hope and get prepared for all the success that's waiting for you. Okay, so how do we actually make that vision plain? Well, we use a framework you might have heard of, SMART goals. That stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound objectives. Having a vague idea of wanting to, do well next year, actually, scratch that. Just hoping things go well isn't going to drive real progress. Building a clear, totally actionable plan using this specific SMART framework is what bridges the gap between where you are sitting right now and your future high school success.
All right, let's dive into section 2, your math reflection letter. Think of this as a message to your future self.
To really put that planning into action, we're doing a core project, a reflection letter. It's kind of like a time capsule serving as a permanent bridge to your upcoming high school journey. So what goes into it? First, you'll record your proudest moment from this year and one solid math habit you want to keep. Then, you'll pinpoint a specific growth area for next year. To really ground yourself, you're going to include a motivating prayer or a scripture. And finally, you'll offer one piece of absolutely crucial advice for your future high school self. The whole point here is to deeply reflect on who you've become academically and personally this year.
So let's break down the exact practical steps you need to take. Step 1, write that reflection letter. Step 2, choose your top math memory. Step 3, list out your favorite topic or project from the year. Step 4, you'll set one short-term and one long-term math goal. And step 5, anchor the whole thing by picking a guiding Bible verse. Once you knock these 5 steps out, they actually become the foundation for decorating your math portfolio and even making a really cool classroom banner to celebrate how far everyone has come.
Which brings us to section 3, building your character, because honestly, it's about way more than just numbers.
I want to ask you a really thought-provoking question, something to just chew on for a second. How is solving a tough math problem like your walk with God? It sounds kind of wild, right? But think about it. When you face a completely baffling equation, you can't just throw your hands up and give up on the first try. That exact same perseverance required to push through a frustrating math concept, it's the exact same perseverance you need in your daily spiritual walk. The struggle is literally what builds the muscle. Because of that connection, our goals shift, right? It's not just about solving for X anymore. It's about our biblical morality tip of the week, building up your character. So keep learning, keep asking questions, keep encouraging others around you who might be struggling. Speak truth and show grace. This is all about using your math voice to build up your character, not just your brain. It gives you a daily opportunity to let your light shine in absolutely every single subject you tackle. Moving on to section 4, education with biblical morality. We are going to look closely at the heroesmartacademy philosophy. This is where we anchor everything we've talked about today into a much larger worldview. Look, education without morality creates a really dangerous imbalance. Being incredibly smart or highly educated but lacking a moral compass, it inevitably leads to bad choices and, sadly, to hurt. Because what is the point of high-level intellect if it's used the wrong way? On the flip side, a spiritual mind produces this incredibly deep, rock-solid foundation of godly purpose. It brilliantly illustrates that true intellect absolutely must be paired with a strong moral compass. And we see this promised in Romans 8:6-7. It promises peace of mind to everyone who keeps their minds spiritual. Intertwining biblical morality with your education,
It isn't just some nice, theoretical, philosophical idea. It is the practical, everyday path to ensuring your knowledge brings you peace instead of anxiety. As we've explored throughout the Godly Learners series, attaining this peace of mind is genuinely the ultimate goal of your entire learning journey.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one lingering, super important question. Who are you becoming, and how will you use your math voice to shine your light in high school? You already have the mathematical tools, you've mapped out the vision, and most importantly, you have that moral foundation. So will you choose to keep your mind spiritual and step into high school totally ready to make a true impact? That next equation, well, that one is completely yours to solve.